Should I fight this dude? I guess I'm gonna fight this dude. Oh, wow. No, I didn't fight that dude. That dude fought me. Ooh. Ah! Well, this just took a weird turn.
Just the tip.
Ooh. Oh god, no.
Ooh, I'm in trouble.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Let me eat it. We made it!
Spicy. Spicy jambalaya. Hey guys, it's Bazwin. Going into the alpha weekend, I wanted to share some of the basics I learned as a DPS Essence Mage in the day 1 of the preview weekend, as well as my own experience running the Oculus Quest 1 and 2 via Oculus Link and Air Link via the Rift copy of Zenith: The Last City. I'll start with a few nuggets of basic game knowledge and then give my own derps with the Rift copy at the end. I'll just say that so far I'm insanely pleased, considering this is an alpha release. This is an alpha release. There's gonna be bugs. There's gonna be problems. I'm actually pleased with how polished most of the game is so far. So let's get into it. Welcome to the world of Zenith, the last city. This is the world map view accessible from your menu. There are several icons available on the map, and while I'm still figuring out a few, these are the ones I've noted so far. The green arrows markers are fast travel, which you can click from anywhere to travel to instantly. In alpha, these are all accessible and can easily get you killed if you run into a high-level area like the coastline. The cart allows you to access shop functions. The purple with yellow exclamation mark indicates quest item locations. The purple with red icons indicate ongoing world events similar to Fates from FF. And there's also a You Are Here icon, which shows your current position and directional orientation to help you better figure out where you need to go. Also accessible from your menu is the inventory screen, which has your items you've collected on the right side. You can discard them by throwing them onto the X. Your money is located in the bottom right corner, and your current equipment is located on the left side, along with, on the very far left, your current stat display. The items can be swapped by clicking them or dragging them into the slot you want to put them into. Here's a quick overview of the shop. Basically, you have a buy section, which has different sets of gear that you can acquire, as well as a sell section that shows you what you can currently sell from your inventory. And there's also a mend section so that you can, I guess, repair gear, but I have no real idea on how the durability works so far. On your heads-up display, you can see your HP bar indicated in red, your mana bar indicated in blue, your level display with EXP progress on the left, your stamina bar indicated in yellow on the right. To attack normally, you would grip one or both after you have 2 of them of your weapons from either or both sides, and then you can charge attack by holding down the trigger and releasing, or by simply pressing the trigger repeatedly. Your attacks are limited to a certain number, I want to say 6, that replenishes a shot roughly every second, so swapping between burst volleys and magic seems to be the most effective way to stagger an enemy, preventing them from attacking and bursting them harder. Above your HUD, you have the skills available to you with current cooldown times shown, Some are short cooldowns, and some take considerably longer. For the Essence Mage, which I'm running as DPS, the dash, indicated by the bright purple burst, is used by pressing B and aiming where you want to teleport to, and has a 15-second cooldown. Working left to right, bottom to top is your Lightning Strike skill, accessed at level 2, which is used by gripping either controller and swiping downward. The Blazing Barrier is a firewall damage over time skill that can be accessed by gripping and swiping horizontally. The Pillar of Earth is a large AoE knockback and damage burst that can be accessed by gripping and swiping upward. The Snowball effect slows enemies and does a modest amount of damage by gripping the trigger without a weapon equipped and throwing it. The longer you hold it, the more it does. The Snowball can be swapped with the Fireball from your skills menu. The Armageddon skill on the upper left is performed by gripping both controllers together and dragging them apart while releasing, and while it does take a little bit of practice to use, it can perform two functions. You can throw each of the 4 elemental orbs that hovers around you by grabbing them and throwing them, but in my experience, since most enemies will try to melee you, it also performs an active damage attack if you allow the enemy to collide with them. Each orb performs different damage and effects correlating to its element. I've yet to figure out how to use the one in the upper right, but my general gist so far is that the DPS mage role is very bursty and relies on nuking at range, so try to utilize your dash to stay away from enemies so they can't get that melee attack off, and use your skills and volley effectively. You also have a mini-map that you can see on the back of your left hand when you press, for me, the X button. This also brings up your current list of quest objectives. And you can see the different chests or other points of interest on the mini-map in your general vicinity. Oh, no way, dude! No way! Yo, Genshin, eat your freaking heart out, boy. What? So a few things that I've noticed here. One, to climb, you grip against any face and then will drag your body upwards. Also, you have the ability from building tops or from cliff tops, you can actually T-pose and glide down. Both of these actions require stamina, so you can notice my stamina bar kind of dropping down, but then as I slow down and pause, it'll replenish pretty quickly. So just make sure you're watching your stamina bar if you're climbing around. But yeah, it's pretty dope. Definitely recommend trying this. Alright. So let's talk about the Rift copy of the game, the Quest 1, Quest 2 experience via the Oculus Link and Air Link. First, I'll say that the input lag was basically non-existent, and while I did experience a few moments where I had stutter or disconnect on the Quest 2 using the Air Link, I can safely say that was the fault of my router and not of the game or the software, as indicated by the even smoother gameplay when I used the Quest 1 via cabled Oculus Link. Now, I'm running this using a 3070, but with my experiences on other newer games, the 3070 is not as impressive a piece of hardware as everyone chalks it up to be. So with the experience I had while streaming, recording, and gaming at the same time on the same card, I'm confident this will be butter smooth on most GPUs as a PCVR. though this is still an alpha, and I'm certain they will be polishing a lot of the game going into beta and final release even further. I did note that while using the Oculus Link and the Air Link, my audio from players did not seem to hit my headset, though it did go out on stream. So going forward, I intend to continue to utilize the Play Headset Audio on PC function from the Oculus software, and just wear a headset so I can hear other players talk, as apparently they could hear me, but I could not hear them, and this led to some real awkward hand gestures at the beginning of my gameplay. I'll also note that running the game was as simple as downloading it and running the executable and then logging in. No tech or installation was required for the alpha, which is super nice. They even polished it up for, all the early players, which usually you don't get that kind of hand-holding. I had some concerns about the tracking being wonky using the Quest and Quest 2 for PCVR, as some other games like Pistol Whip have had issues for me in the past, but they exceeded my expectations and I actually had a great time messing around in Zenith. Lastly, I'll say as a content creator, I'm satisfied with the Rift copy for playing, and I thought the experience would have far more issues than it did. However, when the final release comes out, I do think I'll be using the standalone for Quest, just because I like the idea of being able to be far away from my PC and still being able to log into a top-notch MMORPG and playing with friends from pretty much anywhere. So, I hope this video helped you guys. If you have questions, feel free to leave them. I'm sure there's going to be a ton. I will try to answer any that I can. And yeah, when everybody who has alpha access is on Monday, I hope you guys have a great time and enjoy the world of Zenith, the last city. Thanks for watching.